California pastor John MacArthur delivering a blistering rebuke to the secular government and a big message to all churches who have yet to open up their doors. We're going to get into all the details. Before we go any further, guys, I got to give a shout out here to Michael because Michael became a $5 patron helping support the channel here. Thank you so much, Michael. You are awesome. I appreciate your support. And guys, you can help me out as well by making a monthly donation. You can go over to patreon.com/conservativetruth. That link in the description will also get you access to over 20 exclusive podcasts where I talk more about sensitive information. You get the alerts for anything that goes up on Patreon, unlike YouTube, where you will not be notified of all the videos that I put out, even if you have that bell selected because YouTube hates me. So when you get done watching me here, browse back and check what you've missed. Please like this video, share it, hit the bell, subscribe, and I wear the glasses because I'm blind. Now, let's talk here about Pastor John MacArthur. Has this guy just been at the center of attention here lately or what? It seems like he has just been the one that has been selected. And I know God's probably allowing this to happen to bring more glory out there, to bring attention to what is happening, to possibly wake up the church. And I know that he is going to be using here Pastor MacArthur to do that. Now, to kind of recap a little bit of the story here, Grace Community Church, the church that Pastor MacArthur, he's the lead pastor of, back in July, they decided they were going to be reopening for in-person service. They were done. They did 20 weeks of a lockdown, no services. They opened it up and said, enough is enough. He said this, the numbers do not add up. They don't make sense. Well, Pastor MacArthur now just putting out this video where he just delivers this epic takedown. He just released it here the other day. I mean, and it was just great. I mean, taking down the secular government, not just in California. We're talking about all around the country. Any governor, any mayor, any other city local official who is still keeping these churches closed for ridiculous reasons, trying to cite that, oh, well, the numbers show that it's higher, so we need to, you churches are super spreaders. We need to keep you locked down. We know that that's not the case at all. Now, he's currently been in a lawsuit here, a battle back and forth with LA district judges, telling him that, he can't open up your church. Then he could open it. Then he couldn't again. Now, an injunction. He's even been threatened with jail time up to 6 months. But as of right now, they are continuing on with services until he can be given a full trial. We'll see where it all ends up from there. But he's constantly gone against here, even when they said not to meet. He has still maintained to hold his church, his services, because why? It is his right as an American. It is his constitutional right. It is his religious liberty to do so. And he took down the government here. He said they do not have a right to tell you not to worship. They have no problem with BLM, with other protests and all the other violence that's going on all around. Nobody has any issue with that. They don't ever talk about that as being a problem. Never. What they're doing is they are using the whole corona. They're using the whole thing as a way to keep churches closed because they cannot tolerate religion, ladies and gentlemen. We know this. This fell into their lap, and now they are doing everything they can to take full advantage of it. And they want to make examples out of people like Pastor MacArthur and so many others. Now, what he said here next in the video, where he talked about the rest of these churches, again, not just in California, but everywhere, he tells you, implores you, open up your doors. The Lord says to keep the church open. This is not a time for us to be closed because we cannot have just our rights just stripped from us like this. A lot of churches, they've given in. They've said, fine, we'll shut down. We'll do whatever you want to do. Not a problem. No, Pastor MacArthur is saying, open up your doors, because if we give into this now, we're going to give in everything. We will just gladly hand over our rights on a silver platter to the government and say, here you go. And you might as well just call us China at that point, because that's exactly what we're going to become. I admire what Pastor MacArthur is doing here, the message that he's getting out there, a bold man who's willing to go out there and stand up for Christ. And by the way, he even said he'd be willing to go to jail. He goes, you can just call me Paul in that case. He doesn't care. He is going to continue to preach the gospel until he physically can't do it anymore. So we're going to continue to keep him and Grace Community Church in our prayers. Guys, I'll put more on this in the description, including a link to that video. If you haven't already seen it, you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you, and I'll talk with you soon.